Meta agrees to pay Trump $25 million to settle account ban lawsuit. Meta has agreed to pay President Donald Trump $25 million to settle a 2021 lawsuit he filed, claiming he was wrongfully censored by Facebook and Instagram after the U.S. Capitol riot, the company said Wednesday.
Meta posts big profit, aims to take AI lead. Social media giant Meta on Wednesday reported surging profits and revenue for 2024, announcing ambitious plans to expand its artificial intelligence infrastructure in the year ahead.
Is Meta a better artificial intelligence, AI, stock to buy, than Nvidia after DeepSeek's stunning R1 debut? DeepSeek just shook up the artificial intelligence, AI, world in the biggest way since OpenAI launched ChatGPT in late 2022. The Chinese company's new R1 large language model, LLM, reportedly matches or beats OpenAI's O1 model on some benchmarks.
Meta to pay $25 million to Trump to settle lawsuit over ban of social media accounts. Meta announced on Wednesday that it had agreed to pay former President Donald Trump $25 million to settle a lawsuit over the suspension of his Facebook and Instagram accounts following the January 6th Capitol riot.
Meta agrees to pay Trump $25 million for suspending accounts over Capitol riots. Settlement originates from lawsuit by President against the platform, one of several filed after the 6th of January violence.
Meta Platforms, Inc. Meta, Q4 2024. Earnings call Transcript. Meta Platforms, Inc. NASDAQ, META. Q4 2024. Earnings conference call January 29, 2025, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Company participants Kenneth Dorell. Director, Investor Relations Mark Zuckerberg. Founder, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Susan Lai. Chief Financial Officer conference call participants Brian Nowak, Morgan Stanley, Eric Sheridan, Goldman Sachs, Mark Shmulik, Bernstein, Justin Post, Bank of America, Douglas Anmuth, JP Morgan, Ron Joss.
Zuckerberg says Meta won't slow down AI spend despite DeepSeek's breakthrough. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg on Wednesday said it's too early to tell what impact DeepSeek's breakthrough AI model will have on his company and the broader tech industry. Zuckerberg dismissed the notion that Meta's overall AI spending will drop now that DeepSeek has allegedly proven cutting-edge AI requires less money and computing than previously thought.
Meta Platforms. Meta. Q4 earnings. Taking a look at key metrics versus estimates. The headline numbers for Meta Platforms, Meta, give insight into how the company performed in the quarter ended December 2024, but it may be worthwhile to compare some of its key metrics to Wall Street estimates and the year-ago actuals.
Meta says end of fact-checking hasn't impacted ad spend. Meta says its controversial decision to put an end to its fact-checking program hasn't impacted advertiser spend. On its Q4 2024 call, Meta CFO Susan Lai assured investors that advertiser demand remains strong, and the company's commitment to brand safety remains unchanged, despite the new measures.
Meta Platforms. Q4 earnings and revenues top estimates. Meta Platforms, Meta, came out with quarterly earnings of $8.02 per share, beating the Zacks consensus estimate of $6.68 per share. This compares to earnings of $5.33 per share a year ago.
Meta settles Trump's lawsuit. Will pay $25 million to end censorship claims. Facebook parent company Meta will fork over $25 million to settle a lawsuit from President Donald Trump, according to multiple outlets, ending the dispute triggered after the president was suspended from Meta Platforms following the January 6th Capitol attack. A move that comes as Meta eases tensions with Trump. Meta
agrees to pay $25 million to settle lawsuit from Trump after January 6th suspension. Meta has agreed to pay $25 million to settle a lawsuit filed by President Donald Trump against the company after it suspended his accounts.
Mark Zuckerberg starts Meta earnings call by praising Trump administration. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg praised the Trump administration during a call with investors on Wednesday. Zuckerberg said the administration prioritizes American technology winning, and that he is optimistic about the innovation that this can unlock.
Trump agrees to settle lawsuit against Meta, with most of the $25 million settlement going to Trump's presidential library. Trump settled his lawsuit against Meta for about $25 million, his lawyer confirmed. The lawsuit followed Trump's 2021 Facebook suspension after the January 6th riot.
Meta Q4 earnings. Analyst underlines genius moves in AI race. Meta Platforms, Meta, reported a strong beat over fourth-quarter earnings and revenue estimates after the market close on Wednesday. CFRA Research senior equity analyst Angelo Zeno joins the discussion with hosts Julie Hyman and Josh Lipton. joined by Interactive Brokers chief strategist Steve Sosnick, praising the social media giant's quarterly performance as fantastic.
Meta blows past Q4 estimates, expects up to $119 billion in 2025 expenses. Meta Platforms, Meta, outpaced earnings and revenue expectations for the fourth quarter, as the social media giant published revenue of $48.39 billion versus expectations for $46.98 billion, and adjusted earnings per share of $8.02 versus.
Meta agrees to pay $25 million to settle Donald Trump's lawsuit over account suspension. Meta has settled a lawsuit brought by Donald Trump after the social media giant suspended him from their Facebook and Instagram platforms following the January 6, 2021 attack on the Capitol.
Meta earnings top estimates amid big growth in AI spending. Meta Platforms, Meta, reported fourth quarter earnings that topped analysts' estimates as revenue grew more than 20% year-over-year.
Meta earnings top estimates amid big growth in AI spending. Meta Platforms, Meta, reported fourth quarter earnings that topped analysts' estimates as revenue grew more than 20% year-over-year.
Meta projects weak sales forecast. Meta Platforms Inc. is projecting worse than expected sales in the current quarter, risking doubt that it can grow its digital advertising business quickly enough to support significant planned investments in artificial intelligence and other futuristic products. Shweta Kajuria of Wolf Research is on Bloomberg The Close,